Hey wolves, I'm not entirely sure how to start this video. This video is, about me. So I'm turning 30 this Saturday, March 31st. And some of you have been following me for, a year's time. And I realized you don't really know much about me. So this is always a hot topic. But let's see how we're doing. Um, yeah, what about me? Well, I have Asperger's and social anxiety and HDD. So that sounds like this is going to be a dark video. No, not really. Um, well, when I have a good day, I'm recording a video, I'm talking to you guys, I'm trying to get all these YouTube stuff to work. But when I have a bad day, I have a hard time leaving the bed. Um, I have a hard time doing anything. So that's the reason sometimes there's some time between videos. I really wish I was better at this. I wish I could uh, just make a video every day and make people happy. I wish I had a community that responded and told me what they thought about the different videos. I think that could help me get more confident in what I'm doing. But, well, I guess that will happen sometime in the future. Maybe not. So I'm really trying to get this in one cut because I want it to be honest. I want it to be raw. And I want you people, sorry, especially you people that have followed me for a long time, I want you guys to learn me a little better, get to know me a little better. I think that's the right way to say it. No one. The reason it looks like I'm looking down is because I'm looking at the screen. I'm used to looking at the screen and the camera's up there, so that's that. So, as I said, I have HDD, so I don't have the hyperactive. I'm actually a very laid back person. And some people have commented that I sound dead or stuff like that. Well, I'm just very relaxed and laid back and don't really want to interrupt people when they're talking. I don't want to. Yeah. There's a lot of things I don't want to. So, what else? Well, let's start at the beginning. This video is I'm turning 30. So, at some time I was born, back in 1988. Don't remember much of the 80s. Don't remember much before mid 90s, I think. When I was around 7 or 8, I got removed from my home. I went to an institution and I lived at different institutions, and well, I don't think that helped my Asperger's. Um, in my particular, what do we call it, incident of having Asperger's, especially at my young age, it was very important for me that my everyday was structured. So very boring. Get up the same time, eat the same time, all of these things at the same time. And that's pretty hard for the institution to make that happen for one person. If you think about it, if there's 30 or 40 kids, it can be a hard thing to make sure everybody get exactly what they need. So yeah, it was hard. Before I got moved, I have heard stories from my mom where she wants to spontaneously take me and my sister to the movies. She couldn't do that because that would ruin my entire day. Um, or, in very bad cases, it could ruin a week or so. So yeah, um, that's couldn't have been fun for her or for my sister. But my mom accepted it and did the best she could. Well, yeah, when I was done living in these institutions, I moved back home. But really, in these institutions, I really learned to take care of myself, and therefore there was some clashes between me and my mom. So I got my own place and have pretty much been living by myself for a lot of these years. Been happy with it. When I was 20, so 10 years ago, I had a nice girlfriend and we got a kid. So that's my daughter that I talk about sometimes. Um, I had some problems at that point. I was trying to get an education. Funny enough, I'm educated to be a pet shop boy. I think that's a band or something like that. No mind. So, um, when my girlfriend moved away from me, she took my daughter with me, but the government in the city she lived in decided that it would be better she lived with me. Um, a lot of stuff happened, and she got removed. So we're back to I got moved. She was a lot younger than me. So I see her at this point once every second month for 1 hour. And it's not because the government won't let me see her more. It's because she had have some problems, and she cannot handle more. So that's the entire thing. I'm not mad at anybody at this point in time about all of that. But it's an important thing. It's also for you watching, because that means that I have to go with bus and train and my social anxiety, which comes from my Asperger's. It's not a separate diagnosis. It's my Asperger's that really, yeah, fork me over. I have heard that is the proper term for that word nowadays. So all in all, I have like 2 to 4 weeks where I'm down, feel down. I don't have any energy around that time. If I have a bad time when I go see her, it's up to 4 weeks. Normally, if I have a good period, it's more like 2 weeks. 1 week before and 1 week after. And it's simply me trying to collect as much mental energy as possible to go see my daughter, to have a good time with my daughter. It's not my daughter's fault that I'm mentally ill. And yeah, I have no problem saying I am mentally ill. Asperger's is a mental disease. ADD is a mental disease. And if my social anxiety was a disease in itself and not because of my Asperger's, which I think it's psychology is called in English. Well, that person thingy that made the discovery that it was actually social anxiety said it was to my Asperger's and not stand alone. But if it was a standalone thing with me, it would also be a mental disease. So I'm mentally ill. That's that. And, well, make fun of me if you want to, and feel with me if you want to. I'm not trying to get people to like me because I have these things. It's just a fact. And if you guys should get to know me, well, you got to get to know me, and it's a part of me. It really is, and it's a hard thing to live with. In my case, at least, anxiety is very bad. So, well, today I was down shopping. Um, I use cigarettes. I'm not proud of smoking, but I'm using cigarettes to cope, especially with the social anxiety. And I ran out of tobacco, so I ran down and bought some cigarettes and some food and stuff like that. I got money today, so actually yesterday because it's 2:30. I've tried to record this video for almost a month now. Since I want this video to be up tomorrow, it's kind of last time now. Last moment. Yeah. Well, when I got back, I had a meeting with somebody that comes and talks to me once a week. And after that, I ate a little bit and I just fall asleep because I used so much mental energy going down shopping. I also used a lot of energy walking 10 kilometers. I'm not sure what that is in miles, but we use the metric system in Denmark. So that was I learned in school. But yeah, I walked 10 kilometers to get food and a little bit of cigarettes, just so I had to the day and tomorrow. So one packet, 20 cigarettes, normally holds me 2 to 3 days. Again, depending on if I have a good or bad period. If I have a really bad period, I can smoke a pack in a day. No problem. I could probably smoke more. My nose is itching. Yeah. Well, as you can see, I have long hair. Long, curly hair at the moment. Don't really bother me, especially not in winter. What else? Yeah, my body has a hard time regulating itself, so I'm not freezing, almost never freezing. I know when it's -4 degrees Celsius outside, I'm turning on the heater over there because, well, everybody else does, and doing what everybody else does means that I'm not getting as much, getting colds. I don't know what is the right terminology for that, but sneezing and running nose and all of that. I'm not getting that as often. I really want to keep eye contact, but I really want to keep eye on the screen because that's what I'm used to, and looking up is, well, I will then end with getting pain in my neck or something. What else can I say about me? Well, the got to my daughter got removed, and you're up to speed with me watching her. I've lived with some friends for a couple of years in the part of Denmark where I'm living now, and last year, December, me and my mom bought a house. It's in my mom's name. I'm not allowed to own anything due to the fact that I get money by the state because I'm mentally ill. I am hoping that after I'm turning 30, I will search for early pension. Not because I don't want to get out to the in Danish it's arbejdsmarked, so that would be work market. Well, I want to get a work. I want to work. I want to earn my own money. That's have always been very important for me, but it doesn't seem like being in the cards for me. And if I could get an early pension, I would be secured. I would have a steady income. What I'm on now is not considered a steady income. I have been looking into possibilities for things that I want to do, but every time I find something I want to do, it involves helping others, especially others with similar diseases as me, out and about in the world. It requires money I don't have. I've been looking into GoFundMe or work for groups that helps these kids or stuff like that, but all of that is volunteer work and I'm not allowed to that. So that's the reason I want to get an early pension. Then I can make some volunteer work for a couple of hours, and learn to cope with my social anxiety in my own tempo. It's not possible the way the Danish system is right now. So, not that I should complain. Compared to other countries, I know I have a lot of subscribers and viewers from America. I shouldn't complain compared to you. I get, well, 10,000. It's a little less than 2K before tax. And it's because I pay child support for my child and stuff like that. Then they give me a little more, so it doesn't affect me compared to other people and stuff like that. I have around 8K. Well, actually, I get 2K. Yeah, 2K US dollars before. That's around 12,000 Danish crowns before tax. I have 8K Danish crowns after, so that's 1,000 is kind of the same as 6,000. So yeah, you do the math. I guess I get a little more than 1,000 US dollars a month. I don't know how we can compare it food wise. A pack of butter costs 12 something Danish crowns. Really depending if you buy one of the brand of butter, you can pay as much as 20 Danish for a pack of butter. What else? Bread, the cheap one, I give 5 Danish for half a kilo. Again, brand, it can be as much as 20, 25, I think. But I think there's like 700 grams in those. But yeah. Let's see. If I buy a Monster, it's around 17 Danish for, can of Monster. Oh, there. 17 Danish plus you have something called pants. I am not sure if you have it, but when you return the can, you get some money back. That's in this particular, I believe, is 1 Danish crown. So, but I get that back when I deliver it. So, no. Oh yeah, McDonald's. We can compare with McDonald's. I don't know if you have coin offers, but a cheeseburger costs around 20 Danish. So a little more than $3. I don't know why we are talking that much about money. Money has never been a big problem for me, but I want to say I'm not saying you should feel sorry for me, because I actually get a decent amount compared to what I have heard from Americans. I get paid. I'm not sure if they have changed it, but last I checked, I still get paid holiday. I just have to call the my local government thingy and inform them a certain amount of weeks before, then I can have up to, I actually believe it's up to 4 or 5 weeks a year. And I haven't done it for a long time because, was it when I turned 28 or when I turned 27, my mom invited me to Egypt. Due to my Asperger's, she informed me at Christmas, but it was my birthday present, so my Christmas present was a passport. Yeah. So I had a lot of things I wanted to talk to you guys about, but it turned into me rambling. So let's see, what else? Oh yeah, I couldn't help others as I want to. Last thing I have looked at was GoFundMe. I thought that could not be looked at as an income. Yeah, it could. And work. So and it's not me wanting to go travel. As I explained earlier, travel is hard for me due to social anxiety. Try to imagine me sitting in a plane for 15 hours. No possibility of smoking. But actually, I wanted to go to America. I'm not saying Americans have it bad, but I've heard that it's not possible. Not possible. It's expensive to have kids with special needs. So what I wanted to do was a GoFundMe, then travel to America if it was a success, and hand deliver a check to somebody that worked with kids with special needs, especially Asperger's or ADD, ADHD stuff, because that's things I have. And if I can help one kid that is looking at a life like mine, but help them to get proper help and proper tools at a young age. I'm only now getting the help. Everybody's go on the internet, go on YouTube, and search about stuff about Denmark. There's people talking about how the Danish system works. We actually have commercials where they talk with Americans and telling them about the Danish work system. You get so and so much and so many weeks off with pay and all of that. I'm 30. Mental illnesses is rarely something you get along the way. It's something you're born with most of the time. And I'm turning 30. I started getting help last year around November. So close to half a year I got help. So I know people in a similar situation as me around 40 that didn't get any help because it's actually pretty recently that even dyslexia, I'm also dyslexic by the way, but even dyslexia, people in school, me included, got told they were stupid. I'm from 1988. People told me I was stupid. I was not dyslexic. I was stupid. It was not because I couldn't read, it was because I wouldn't read. Yeah. So, yeah. I have talked a little at some conventions and stuff like that for dyslexic people, that it actually still occurs sometimes in schools, especially with older teachers. Well, it's heartbreaking when you hear that something you went through is still going on. But dyslexia is at this point accepted in most places. So I will rather help, if I could choose one group of people to help, I would choose Asperger, because when I go and talk to other people with Asperger, sometimes we are around 20 people meeting up once a year. When I still did it when I lived in Copenhagen, some people with a very severe Asperger don't even have any social anxiety signs. Then again, they would never be able to cope without any specialized support. They had one working at a Danish radio, a big company, and he worked down in the basement with the CDs and DVDs and LPs and what all the different media they had back when they still had I don't know if they still have a physical library with all of these things. And he had Asperger's in a very much higher degree than me. He remembered every single placement of every single media in the biggest media corporation in Denmark. It's the first Danish television station. It has always been the national Danish radio station. They have a lot of different radio channels and stuff like that. And he remembered every single placement of every single CD. I know they keep coming new, and I don't know if he can keep up with all of that. But that's how his Asperger's work. For me, it seems like I got all the bad traits, more or less. Most Asperger's has one thing they're good at. Me seems to be history, but I don't know what it's called. I call it non-selective memory, meaning that if we have a conversation, you and me, right now, had a conversation about history, I could remember some things. Then in a couple of hours, I would call you and say, blah 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 blah. Not exactly, but and that was all the things that I couldn't remember. We could have an argument if the Minoans or the Egyptian was the first great civilization, and there's some facts I cannot remember. So we have this discussion, and a couple of hours later, or a couple of weeks later sometimes, I call you and say, by the way, it was like this. He had it with the numbers. I'm also pretty good at numbers, but I don't really use it so much, so I don't remember all the different methods of finding the degree of the point of a triangle and stuff like that. So I don't know if there was more that I wanted to say, but at least you got to know me a little better. All of you did. I'm having a challenge that I want to challenge all of you to. So there will be a challenge video. It's a music video. It's not even a gaming video. This is not a gaming video, but all the other Q&A is, even though nobody asked me any questions, all the answering videos have been with a game, but this time it's not I cannot draw if my life depended on it, and I don't have a whiteboard or anything like that, so I couldn't make a draw my life. A draw my life would be very much me being a loner, me um, having a bad life. Some would say my life is my life, and nothing can change that. I am pretty much, yeah, not. I wouldn't say happy with my life. Yeah, that's the problem. Some people feel like I'm dead emotionally. I wouldn't say happy with my life, or content with my life, or unhappy with my life. My life is my life, and that's how it is, and nothing can change that. Nothing will change that. If I at some point had a big YouTube channel and a lot of money, nothing would change. Yeah, I might be able to do some of the stuff I would like to do. I might get a yeah, at that point it wouldn't be a 1080 Ti, but I might get a better not software, hardware in my computer. I might help my family get out of debt. I might do a lot of things, but it would still be my life, and I would still have the same dreams, the same goals. I would just have the possibility to do something with it. So, well, I am turning 30, as I said, this Saturday, and I have one wish. That one wish is that one of you out there, in my challenge video that is also coming out a little after this one. I don't know how long it will take to cut together all of the stuff. It's a music video cut together of top chart videos. My wish is that as many of you go watch that. I don't care if you want to watch the music part, but there will be a little talking part as well, where I explain the challenge that me and a friend came up with. And that challenge, that part before the music starts. I would love all of you to go see that. And when you have seen that, a comment in there will be something in that video. Let's say it like that. Then comment on that video. That's my birthday wish. As many of you to comment in the bottom of that. If I get one comment, I'm happy. If I get 0 comments, I will also be happy. As I have said all the time, this channel is actually me trying to get better at English, trying to the best of my ability within with my means and with what I'm allowed to do in the Danish law system. Trying to work on my social anxiety. Trying to even talking to the camera, knowing that people will see it, makes me a little bit nervous. Not as nervous as it could do. Comments. I'm answering them. I'm reading them. It's you responding to me. That is the first step. Even a text message on my phone, a text message, can make me nervous on a bad day. So it have helped a lot just this first year on YouTube. And I just want to get better. So I would love you to help me by commenting. And there might be something in it. So that's all I want to say. Yeah, I hope you will enjoy my birthday song, as I will call it. It actually, the title of the video I want you to go see the start of is Birthday Song Challenge. It's fun. It has been very fun for me. But for now, I will hopefully talk to somebody at some point soon. And yeah, I will see all of you a little later in a music video. Let's see how that goes.